Razaban for FightHype.com. I've got my man, Chris Eubank Jr. What's happening, Chris?
Feeling good, man. Feeling strong. Feeling ready. It's my time, baby.
You were like quite confident, it felt like you wanted to bring Reynolds out of his shell. He was kind of keeping himself to himself, not giving a lot away. Do you think that's his natural personality, or was he just focused on?
I don't know the guy, so I couldn't tell you. But this is ITV box office. We got to bring a little bit of spice to it. You can't just, nice to meet you, mate. I'll see you in the ring on February 4th. It's not going to cut it. And at first he didn't have a lot to say for himself, so I had to G him up a little bit.
Chris, I just want to go back a number of weeks now. I want to go back to a stage where, when you announced the fight for the IBO title against Quinlan, there's a lot of negative criticism that was coming on social media about the IBO isn't legitimate, they don't recognise it, etc., etc. What were your thoughts on that, and how was your reaction towards that?
Listen, I could go online now and say I'm going to give £1 million away to charity, and people would be like, that charity's crap. It doesn't. Anything I do, you're always going to get people that that try and throw dirt on it. At the end of the day, the IBO has been held by some of the best fighters in boxing. Mayweather, Pacquiao, Lennox Lewis, Klitschko, Golovkin is the current IBO middleweight world champion. So you can't say anything. This is the first step in a long and fruitful career for me.
Yeah.
I'm coming in there to win this world title and then to go and challenge for all the other world titles. It's a big moment for me.
You fought most of your fights at 160 at the middleweight division. You're going up to 168. What would it mean? Let's say you win the fight, you stay at 168, you move back to 160. What are the thoughts on Eubank at the moment for that?
With boxing, you can't plan. You can have a rough idea of what you want to do, but at the end of the day, you can't have. There's no solid track. So I'm not going to say once I win this IBO super middleweight world title, I'm going to just stay at super middleweight, because obviously I've got some serious business to take care of in the middleweight division also. But putting myself in that position, IBO super middleweight world champion, enables me to then challenge the other super middleweight world champions, and it puts me in a position to fight middleweight as well. There's so many options for me. So I guess it's whichever one comes first. You can't plan and say I want to fight him next because he might get an injury or he might say no. So after I've done what I need to do on February 4th, then we pick the best option.
In terms of weight, from 160 to 160, is it quite easy for you?
All it is me not having to cut weight. I walk around 12.2, 12.3. So there's no cut for me to fight at super middleweight. Whereas at middleweight I have to cut, and that can be tough for me because you look at how I'm built. There's nothing for me to cut, so I'm just starving myself, and no water, and it is tough. But at the same time, I'm fighting smaller guys at middleweight, so there's pros and cons. But as far as fighting at super middleweight, I don't have to bulk up. I'm not having to eat loads more and all that. I'm naturally there.
I know you've been saying that the fight you wanted was Golovkin. He didn't work out last year. The path is Golovkin. You mentioned Andre Ward as well, but domestically there's actually quite a few big fights out there. The 160, I know that rematch with Billy Joe, but even the 168 with James Degale, George Groves, Callum, etc. So potentially some huge domestic fights for you in the future as well.
It's more than potential. They're there, and once I win this world title, I'm coming for those guys. There's no two ways about it. All of them.
The last couple of fights have been on Sky Sports. You've now moved to terrestrial TV. Looking forward to fighting on a potentially a huge audience.
It is. You can't get a bigger platform than ITV. Everyone who has a TV in Britain has ITV, which you can't say for any of these other stations, any of these other TV channels. So the potential reach is massive, and it's, not only is it great for me, it's great for British boxing. There's great British talent out there at the moment, and we deserve the best and most exposure we can get. And that's what you get with a terrestrial TV station such as ITV, exposing you to the non-boxing public, the little kids, the old, the elderly, people who know nothing about the sport of boxing, get to see, get an insight, get to watch and experience boxing for the first time. So it's huge.
Also announced this week was previous or former undisputed champion Lennox Lewis and current multi-weight world champion Andre Ward are going to both be here next week commentating. Quite two big names in the sport going to be commentating on your fight this week.
It's a massive event. It's going to be an awesome night of boxing. We've got a great undercard. And all of this for 10 quid. You can't argue with it.